Greed. Greed is such a nasty, dirty, account killing, soul stealing emotion. Don't do it. It's bad. Don't do it. Well, I'm sure we all know where I'm going with greed and why it's bad in trading. It's a bad characteristic in general, quite honestly. But in trading, it can be so detrimental to your to your mental well-being, to your account's well-being, and it's just an ugly, ugly thing. It is also a very, very hard thing for me to control, being greedy. Being greedy. Um, as you know, I just started this 300K account. I took one trade in the Asian market last night, which was a success, $195 to the good. I came in to the European market, which I said I wasn't going to trade, and I took, I think, 6 trades in that, 2 of which were losers, and I got stopped out on. Okay, I actually manned up and took the L. I got out of those. So coming into the market open, I think I was up like $800. I then went on a freaking rampage. I went on a tear. First of all, we had, I can't remember if it was CPI or what the news was this morning. I'd have to go back and look. I don't want to go look what it was. It doesn't matter to me. I never trade the news anyway. But the market was incredibly volatile this morning. It was moving so quick, and I was like, you know what, Russ? Why don't we err on the side of caution and scale down? Not use 5 contracts. We will use 2. And my 2 little contracts, we went from 800 to 2200 in the matter of about 50 minutes once the market opened this morning. That's awesome. That is great. What is on my chart right here is not great. That is a soul stealing series. If you look here, so I get long with my 2 at the freaking top, at the top. We pull back, and that's like I'd have to go back and look at the math. That's like $1,000 right there, negative. Um, it rolls back up. I hang on to it. As it comes back down, it turns into an $1,800 loss. Is where I finally clicked the get out, the eject cord. Right? It's like I am not hanging on to this to find out how low it is going to go, because we had been up so far. There's no telling where it could stay. I mean, got $7,500 worth of drawdown on the 300K account. It can only withstand so much abuse, right? So I hop out at 1,800 negative. That means I only made like $600 on my day. I was not satisfied with that. I was not happy with that, right? So I let the dust settle for a little bit, and then I start digging again. I start digging the rest of the freaking day. Here's the real issue. I got it to $2,005, and I stopped. I was like, I'm good. That was like at 9:30. You got all this day to still trade. So I get back in and I run it up to 278, and then that's when I click the button one last time. I really thought we were coming to this pivot. I was like, well, we're going to go crack the highs and we're going to go up here to the pivot, which we eventually did, but not before it ate everybody's lunch on the way back down, right? Um, yeah, so I spent the rest of the afternoon trying to get back what I lost, and I managed to get back a lot of it. I ended up with $390 in drawdown. I hate putting the account to bed dirty. And what I mean by that is putting it in up for the night being in drawdown. I don't like the way that feels. I know $390 in the grand scheme of things is really nothing. I mean, it is. It's almost $400. That's a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, to what it was 1,800. 390 is not a bad. Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. It's not awful. It's not optimal, but it's not awful either. And I made 1892 on that account. I knew if I turned myself loose on that account, um, that I was capable of cracking off some larger days. The most amount of contracts that I traded in the last 24 hours on that account has been five. Five with 8 ticks of take profit is $200. And like I said, going into the market open, I was up eight. I want to say it was 800, $600 or $800, and the rest was two contracts. Two contracts, which is 8 ticks, is like $70 a piece, and I just sat there and clicked them off until I shot myself in the foot. That was not great, but I'm recovered from that. So, and then I did not trade the account that I traded last night. Those 3 trades that I took last night, I let them stay. I'm good with that. $393 in a 50K account is pretty darn awesome to me. So, I think I get one of my 50K accounts back online today, and I think I get the other one back tomorrow. That'll be 3 days traded for both of them. I think the third day was for one, and then tomorrow will be the third day for the other. But all in all, that is a pretty fantastic day for me. I'm really actually kind of proud of myself a little bit because where is that pre-market? Pre-market would have been, yes, this series of candles right here for me. And yes, I know I wasn't going to trade um, the European session, but dude, it was moving so quick. I was pretty confident in the 6 trades that I took, 2 of which were losers, but I was pretty confident in this move down that I was going to be able to accomplish what I wanted to. And as it popped back up, I got out of them. The most amount of heat I took on those was like $130, and I got out. So yeah. And then on this, I'm also pretty proud of myself because I let it go. Should I let it go sooner? Probably. Probably as it cracked underneath this, and as it cracked underneath, well, I guess the pivot is when I basically got out of it. But as it cracked through this neckline right here, I probably should have dumped that out, and that would have saved me $800. Yeah. Yeah. But I did not hang on for the duration to see how low we were going to go. I actually got out of it and saved myself some room and got most of it back. So that is day 1. And I guess I'm actually probably going to start a new series and just have that series be the 300K account. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's silly. It would be pretty freaking awesome to string some wins together. I'm not even going to say it out loud how I think this is going to go, but because it could all go awry tomorrow, but it'd be pretty awesome to string some of those days together. 10 of those days together would be pretty freaking phenomenal. I'll say it that way. Anyway, that is all I got. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Take care.